Hello, the camera crew were due to be here, but they've not got back yet, and it's 5 o'clock, and I've got a Zoom meeting at 7 o'clock, and we've got to eat, and life's taken over rather, so I've decided to record this all by myself, said the little red hen. So we're going to do a chocolate, and in my case, raspberry cake mug cake, whichever. So I'm going to whiz over, being whizzy, now we're whizzy. There we are, to my other camera here. Ooh, look at that. And I've got all the ingredients measured out as per instructions. Flour and egg and sugar and raspberries. Now I've used raspberries because I've got frozen raspberries in the freezer. You can use whatever. Raspberries are good because they give quite a lot of juice off when they defrost, and that's quite good because you do need some liquid in here. I've got my chocolate and my butter in there, which I'm about to microwave and melt. So I'm going to put that into the microwave for 1 minute. It might not take a minute, but I'm going to put it in for a minute. And meanwhile, I'm going to whiz. You're going to get sick of this whizzing, aren't you? I'm going to whiz with all us U3A girls, all with our webcams, we're all whizzing here, there and everywhere. I've asked you to do this beforehand because you don't want it red hot when you put your eggs in, because you'll have scrambled eggs if this is too hot. So it's starting to go. The butter's melted very quickly. The chocolate will take a bit longer, but I'm giving it a bit of a stir with my sweet wooden spoon. You know the deal, guys. So it's on its way, but it's not quite ready now. The butter, if you don't cover the butter and you put it in the microwave, it will spit like mad and cover your microwave in melted butter, which is really not a good look. You don't want to do that. So just be careful that your butter is covered. Excuse the glasses, by the way. I don't normally wear glasses, but I went to sleep in my contact lenses last night. Really bad thing to do. And woke up halfway through the night with really sore, gooey eyes. So today I thought I'd better give them a bit of a rest. So I'm going to cover that because I've got telling you to do all these good things and not doing them myself. So I'm going to put that in. I'm just going to do it for another 30 seconds. Just get that chocolate melted. Okay. While that's doing, what was I going to say? Now, I've done raspberries because I have them in the freezer. If you haven't got any fruit, the actual recipe says cherries from a jar of cherries. You only want a little bit, so you don't want a jar of cherries, unless you happen to have a jar of cherries about your person with just a few in. But I didn't want to do that. But you can, it's very nice with an orange, with the orange rind. And then you can get the juice of half the orange just to get the amount of juice you want. So that works really well. You only want a tablespoon of juice. So half an orange, take the rind off, cut it in half, squeeze the juice out, and then you can eat the other half, or use it to garnish this afterwards. But we've done chocolate and orange before, so I thought it'd be nice if we did something different. So here we have. I should move cameras. Oh dear. If only the camera can over here. I have actually made this before and it was delicious, but we didn't record it because I didn't know how it was going to go. So I didn't record it then, so hence I need to do it again now. Because there's my chocolate and my butter melted together. And into that you've got to beat your sugar, which I have here, 25 grams of sugar. While your chocolate is melting, the good thing to do is to butter and line your mug. Now, can you see this is a big mug? If you compare it to a tub of baking powder, you'll see it's a really big mug. It takes, I think, almost a pint. I mean, it's certainly more than half a pint. Our normal mugs that we have tea in are half a pint, and this is considerably more than that. So you do want a big mug, because that's quite a lot of it, really. So that's what we've done that together, and we're going to put the egg in as well and mix those together well. My egg going in. One of my neighbour's eggs, which is lovely. I'm very lucky for all these people around us who have eggs. So I'm going to whisk this up with my new mixer. I told you, I don't know if I told you, my mixer. My Sainsbury's mixer, I said this before, was absolutely full of icing sugar. And when I banged it, it was making a very strange noise. And when I banged it, just heaps of icing sugar fell out of it. It was a complete disaster. So I had to buy a new one. But this new one was £10 and arrived in my shopping. I ordered it on my online shopping and here it came. So here is my flour and my baking powder going in, and also my cherries, or in my case, my raspberries, whatever fruit you've got, or your orange. Oh, the camera crew has returned and needs letting in. Bear with me one moment, caller. I'll just put you on pause. Oh. Right, we're back. He's home. Oh, and his phone is ringing, so what can I tell you? So that's all mixing together. You want to mix it up because you don't want any lumps of flour suddenly disgracing you. So now what I said, I'm sure I said in my recipe, I cut a little circle here of the famous baking parchment. Just popped in the bottom there because it means you can turn it out. If you don't want to eat it in the mug, out of the mug, which may not look very attractive, you can just do it, you can just put paper in there, and that's what I do. So I've got my raspberries here. Now there's extra raspberries there than what I need because I'm going to use some to put on top of it when it's finished. So I'm going to, but they're all defrosted together, obviously. So I'm just going to weigh how many I want. If my machine will just play the game. Never buy cheap stuff. Can I have mentioned this before? These scales are just really not, they're not very good. Oh, here we go. It's gradually working. It's not working at all, is it? No, it's not working. Not working. 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 Oh, for goodness, I'm going to put half of them in and let's hope it's right because, oh, hurrah. Hurrah for little noddy, that's what I say. So we just want 25 grams of cherries, and I've got more than that. So put that to 0, and I'll get 25 grams of cherries out of here. I know I've got more than that. That's 25 grams, and all the juice from where they've defrosted will go in as well, which will make about a tablespoon of juice. So I'm going to put all of that in there. That's a good stir around. And I'm going to put that into my mug, really buttered and lined. And it needs to come 3/4 of the way up. Now, as you can see, the famous spatula out in a moment. This hasn't come 3/4 of the way up, but I did it before and it was fine. So I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. But you don't want it coming over the top. That's, I mean, it's much more important that it doesn't come over the top. So there's that. Scrape all this out. There we go. And, oh, I've got it in my hand. How dreadful, I'll have to lick it off. Now you have to cover this with cling film. And I did actually do that. And I'm always saying use a plate and don't use cling film, but actually I did use cling film for this because it's easier, because you want it to go around the edge of the cup. If I could just do a cling film, life would be sweet. Right, so cling film. I'm going to put that right over there like that. I'm going to put this in the microwave on full, and it's going to go in for 2 minutes. And meanwhile, we'll have a little clearance. Now, when it comes out, you can either just eat it with a spoon. Let me turn back to talk to you. Can't talk to you without seeing you. as Julie and I discovered this morning. I'm going to try to have a chat. Chat about the camera on, it's not so good. So when it comes out, you can either just sit with a spoon and eat it, making it sound like lemon curd, aren't I? Or you can tip it out. And as you have fruit with it, it's quite nice to tip it out and cover it in fruit. It is similar, I know, to the steamed pudding we had the other day, but this is just for one person. If you suddenly think, oh, I could really do with a chocolate cake or anything else cake, but this is chocolate. You could do it with white chocolate. I've done it with dark chocolate. You could do it with milk chocolate. It's entirely your choice. But I think you'll find that when this is cooked, it was absolutely delicious. The last one I did, you can have it with cream or ice cream, or you can just have it as it is. But it's well. 49 seconds to go. I'm going to pause you because it's a bit boring looking at me for 49 seconds, isn't it? So hang on. I'm starting recording again now with my other camera. And here it is, just out of the microwave. I'm going to take that off, and you can see it's just a cake mixture. And I'm going to tip it out so you can see it, because I think that would be nicer if you just saw it as it really looks. Just going to run a knife around just to make sure. Tip it out, and there it is. Look at that. A nice little cake, and I'm going to put raspberries over the top like that, or whatever else you have. And you could have it with custard or cream, or just slice it and eat it as a cake. Absolutely delicious. And I think you'll find that's taken hardly any time at all, and is enough for one. So perfect answer when you're a bit desperate for something nice and there's nothing in the house that you fancy. Make yourself a mug cake. Enjoy. Bye-bye.